decided to just take, go to Poblado Metro Station and take the metro train there. You can probably take a bus if you're in El Poblado, but just take the metro. It's only like 3 stops. Once you get on the metro going toward La Estrella, you're pretty much right there. This is where I'm at. I'm actually at this little park. I gotta write this park down. When I got off the metro, I actually recorded it, but somehow I lost the film. That was about a 20-minute walk. It's not right there at the metro station, so that's kind of threw me off. In my mind, I didn't look at the map. I just assumed it was right there. But anyway, this is kind of like 15-20 minutes from the metro station, or more, depends on how fast you walk. Kind of uphill if you walk to this metro station. This is a beautiful square. The average age of the people in this square, there's a lot of people there. So the average age seemed like about 65 or more. There were a lot of older people in this park. But, it was a beautiful park. It's not as big as it looked. It's just a nice square right in front of the street, but it's nice, clean, plenty of pigeons. Obviously, a lot of people just kind of hanging out. And again, a lot of old people hanging out in this park. And it's beautiful, beautiful church. It was open. I didn't go inside, but it was definitely open. So, Envigado has over 240,000 people. It's a lot of people in this town. It's definitely, a nice town, right outside of Medellin. It has basically 3 neighborhoods, El Dorado, Centro Envigado, and Northern Envigado, that most people focus on when they try to move to this area. A lot of people, tourists who move to Medellin end up moving in this area. Technically, this is not Medellin. This is a town outside of Medellin, but some people just go ahead and lump in with Medellin. It was a beautiful day that day too. But again, I was just surprised it wasn't so close to the metro. So, you get used to walking there, but obviously if you live there, then everything you need would be in the city. It's a very quiet city, and it's supposed to be relatively safe, much safer than Medellin from what I've read and what I've been told. So it's definitely a safe city, and I felt safe when I walked there for the metro. Again, it wasn't a nice touristic walk, a scenic route when I walked there. It just seemed like walk and then walk uphill. But again, once you get into the town square, it's a really, really nice area. So again, I decided check out Envigado first before I actually go to the mall. Again, I didn't expect to walk that far. If I knew I was going to walk that far, I probably would have just went to the mall and then come back to Envigado another day. But anyway, once I started walking, I thought, let me go ahead and just see what the city's all about. Again, I think if you're here for long term, this is probably a place to go or be. If you're here for a short, even though it's only a few metro stops away, I guess if you're here for a short period of time and if you're going to hang out in, El Poblado, then it's probably best to stay nearby. Now I'm walking actually to the mall, to Viva Mall. Viva Centro Comercial Centro. Huge mall. Nothing appealing about this mall on the outside. It looks like a big old mall. That's it. Nothing to say, oh man, it's a beautiful mall. I can't wait to go inside. No, nothing about that. I just said that about this particular mall. Again, there's almost over 400 stores in this mall. It has a lot of stores in this mall. I'm going to mention the ones that I'm familiar with, that I'm familiar in the U.S. Doesn't necessarily mean that, there's a lot. Again, there's 400 stores in this mall, but I'm only focused on the stores that I'm familiar with in the U.S. There's obviously, as for places to eat, fast food. You got McDonald's, you got Burger King, you got KFC, you got Subway, you got Dunkin' Donuts if you want to, have your Dunkin' Donuts. Again, I'm talking about U.S. I can't say base because I don't know where they really base, but these are stores that I'm familiar with in the U.S. And as far as sports stores, it has a Nike store, has a Nike, New Balance, Adidas, Converse, Puma. That's all in this beautiful mall. It's a nice mall, but I still think Santa Fe is a much better looking mall This one is really nice, but it looks, just like a mall. Now, granted, just like any other mall in Colombia, they do a pretty good job of incorporating the outside with the inside and kind of bringing in all that light, natural light. So it's beautiful in that sense, But again, in my opinion, compared to Santa Fe, it's definitely not the same. This is their center, which is not really centered. It's just kind of center of, attraction, I guess, for that area. Huge food court, but we're not talking about the food court. We're talking about I guess they didn't have any display this particular day. I'm still thinking some of the stores that I probably didn't mention while I was here. Obviously, there's the H&M in this mall. There's a Stale, I'm not sure how do we say it. I just see it in the mall and never knew how to say the name. But Eros Stale is in this mall. What else is in the mall? I'm just thinking out loud here. Tommy Hilfiger's in this mall. I guess I mentioned H&M. There's a few other stores that I can't think of right off the top of my head, but they're also in this mall. And of course, there's a lot of other, local Latin America, South America stores in this mall also. This wing right here is nothing but seem like banks, you know what I mean? So, and I think it has like 120 co-working spaces in this building. Also has Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi. I didn't find it out till I actually got back. Someone told me they had free Wi-Fi, and I actually read about it. But I mean, I didn't need it, but it would have been nice to know, okay, Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi. So if you want to go here, to do something and you need Wi-Fi, then this may be the mall to go to. What else about this mall that I need to talk about? Obviously, it has which you're going to see in a few, but it has a movie theater, a large movie theater. I mean, this is a huge mall, but you can see most of the relative spaces taken up by some other things, which makes the mall bigger. I don't know. I mean, I am not a big fan of this particular food court. I mean, it's nice, and there's plenty of option to eat. In fact, on the other side of this, there's actually Papa John right there. On the other side of this are more restaurants. So it's all the places to eat is pretty much on this level, and it's actually an outside level where you can eat on the outside. Kind of give you that outside, area where you can just a lot of little places to eat. You can actually, eat upstairs also. But was it open when I went up there? There was some things open, but I'm gonna show you just a second. But again, this is a beautiful lighted area right here. This thing has a little mini amusement park. I actually didn't go back there, but there's actually a Ferris wheel towards the back there. A small Ferris wheel, of course. And some little, I guess, kids rides and some kids games in here. Well, it's adult games, because I saw something that I played on many, many years ago when I was younger. Well, not younger, but younger, not as a kid. But as you can see, definitely an area where you can play games. I didn't go back there. I can't remember if there's an entry fee or whatever. This place actually have where you can buy automobiles. Think about that. Play games, eat food, and buy a car, all at the mall. Also, they sell motorcycles in here too. So all of that is just in this area right here. So the motorcycle, the department to sell auto cars is right next to the park, the amusement park. Obviously, Éxito. I mean, some of the other stores that you're familiar with. If you, this is the upside. This is the outside area right here. Covered is outside. It's covered so you can hang out even when the weather inclement weather. But it gives you that outside area like you in some type of a, kind of party area where there's a lot of bars and places to eat on the outside. So I'm pretty sure during certain times of the year it's kind of busy. Now I went around 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon. So maybe at nighttime on weekends, it was the middle of the week, it's probably a lot busier. This is, as you can see, overlooking the food court and actually the whole mall. But definitely you can see everybody in the food court area. It has a home center, which is in this mall, which I didn't show a picture of. Has a smart fit, like a gym in this mall. I didn't really get to show that either. Obviously, it has Starbucks in here. Let's see. Now, keep in mind, this was built back in, it was built, opened in October 2018. So it's not that old at all. It has like five soccer fields, or football field as they call here in South America. Has a volleyball court, so if you want to play volleyball outside, with the sand and all that, not the inside type thing. So it has like 5 football fields, which would be interesting to see what that's like, if there are multiple games going on inside this facility. Now, while I was there was no games at all. It has like a little small running track. All of this is up on top of this building. So that's where I'm at right now at the top. That's the volleyball area. We're talking about real sand, not, pavement or some type of other hard surface. This is real sand, just like on a beach. Again, this if you walk around, it's like I said, I don't know how long it is, but you can kind of walk around this whole mall. That's kind of like what I'm doing right now, but it's like a walking track right there that you can walk around the whole mall. And yeah, again, this is just a lot of the store. Now, again, I mentioned the theater. That's the theater right there. It's huge. Look at that. So, this entrance is unique. Entrance to a theater, so pretty big. Now again, the mall includes, of course, obviously you got your normal fashions, children and youth clothing, footwear, sporting goods, furniture, decoration, lingerie, opticians, and fast food places to eat, of course. Decathlon, which is a huge sports store based out of France, is also in this building. I think it's the world's largest, it's in there. They also have iShop. iShop is pretty much a reseller for iMac. There's no Apple store, but there's an iShop, which is pretty much, I guess, the premium reseller store for Mac products. I don't know if they sell anything other than Mac, but they definitely, if you need to get your Mac or phone, anything fixed, just take it to a local iShop, because they're the authorized repair company. Store in Medellin. Or in South America, I think, because I actually saw one while I was in Quito, and also saw one while I was in. Did I see one? I think I saw one while I was in Mexico City, I think. So anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much the mall. It's huge. You can spend there all day. It's a lot to do. If you want to go there to eat, there's plenty of places to eat, plenty of places to shop. It's a big mega mall. You can play sports and do anything you want at this mall. It's huge. But again, Santa Fe still seems to be my favorite. So I hope you enjoyed this little tour, or I won't keep on to say Sabaneta, but tour of Envigado and Viva Mall. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. And see you on the next one.